Morning, my friends. Just woke up, about to take my morning walk. It is 6 o'clock here in Dubai. Got my coffee, and I'm just gonna walk through the park here. And I have a lot on my mind today. I want to educate you guys about life, man. The realities of life. If you guys have any idea, have any of your friends died recently? This is one of the things about life. There is a massive rhythm. There is a cycle to life that's quite unbelievable. And we all have to appreciate life. And I just want to make you feel quite aware of that right now. In the meantime, I'm just going to give you a little view of the park here in Dubai. And even though my daughter hates to be on camera, there's a young lady on the swing in the background who's going to run away soon. That's my daughter in the back. She's the one that loves getting up early in the morning. She's like her father. The other one is like her mother. They love sleeping in late. But what I want to talk about today is the rhythm of life. Because that young lady you saw in the background, she's 14 years old. She's grown up quite privileged. She's always had a helper. That young lady in the background, my pride and joy, one of two. But one privilege she's had that I didn't have is she's always had a nanny, always had someone picking up after her. She's always had someone cooking. She's always had someone providing everything. All of her needs were met from the time she was born. Everything was pretty much done for her. But now she's 14. The other one is 17. And it brings me to this one very crucial point where I now have to teach them how to take care of themselves. And I gotta admit, I left it a little bit too long, where they weren't doing as many duties as they should have been doing from the time, they were old enough to start doing shit. And it's just part of the lifestyle, especially here in Dubai. And here's the thing, it's summer, and I got time to focus on teaching them now, because we're not traveling this summer. We decided we're gonna stay here. I'm just not sure of the economy, and I don't want to spend unnecessary money on fun right now. I don't want to spend unnecessary money on traveling, because usually summer is the only time that they have off school. So usually we would hit Greece, we would hit some other place outside of the UAE, outside of Dubai, somewhere else that would give them an exposure to something else, another type of life. So they've had the privilege of being in many, many countries that most people just dream of. And I don't say this because I have money. I do all of this. My wife and I, we make sure that we pick the freaking cheapest trips, the cheapest airlines, just to get to that destination, and then we enjoy it. So don't think that I'm freaking one of those that can afford to fly first class and all of that shit. So I want you guys to get that out of your head. I'm just an average guy, man. And that's the next lesson, is you can do a lot with less if you just be smart and stop thinking that I need the best of everything. It's the experiences in life and who you spend it with is the important part. Listen to the lessons I'm giving you as I go. I'm telling you all of this in a story. I'm not giving you a list. I'm telling you this in a story. My life story. Welcome to the lake. This is where I do my laps. It's a little cooler around here. You have no idea how humid it is right now. It's humid and it's freaking hot. And it's 6 o'clock in the morning, and I can tell you, it's almost hard to breathe sometimes. But people are out running, families are out with their kids. It's just a nice day here. But let's get back to the rhythm of life, because this all ties in. So here's a lesson I would like to teach you guys that you got to understand about life. Oh, shut up. This dog don't understand that I'm recording, man. Now, here's the thing about life. So right now, my helper is off on holidays, right? So it's just the family doing their thing. I wake up every morning, I have my coffee, I go exercise, I go do my thing, I come home, and my daughters don't understand that, hey, there's no breakfast there for them, so they got to prepare their own breakfast. But they're not only taught that it's their own breakfast that they have to prepare. So now, even though the helper's off, I have been teaching them slowly, hey, you got to do this, X, Y, Z. You got to take care of the house. I explained to them that there's something called the 3 Ps. Parents, pets, plants. They make sure that their parent is good. Daddy, mommy don't need anything. Take care of mommy and daddy first. Pets. We have one cat. Make sure the litter box is clean. Make sure the cat has water. Make sure everything is good with the pet. Plants. Make sure all the plants in the home is watered. We have a lot of plants. I love the greenery. And because it's so dry over here, it's nice to have plants in the home, in the house, and outside. So, parents, pets, plants is how I try to explain to them that is the order that you have to take care of your household. The problem I find is a lot of teenagers don't understand that they got to take care of their parents when they are still in the house. Because a lot of these teenagers, they think that I'll just play video games, mommy and daddy will take care of everything and I don't have to worry about anything. You know, I'm the teenager, I don't have any responsibilities. And so what I try to teach my daughter is in their developing years, from the time they're a child right up until they're 10, 11, where they can actually physically do stuff, they should start training as adults. They should have some pretty good responsibilities. My wife thinks that I should let them focus on their school education instead of pushing them into life skills that is more distracting. I disagree. But we butt heads on a few things, and this is one of them. But she respects my position and she understands. Of course, she don't want her girls to be pushed too hard, but this is the reason why we have men in the house. So, parents, pets, plants, that's the rhythm of the house. So, from the age of 10, right through till they leave our house, their responsibility is to take care of these three things. And what this does is it trains them for when they leave the family home, that they're experienced enough to be able to go into another man's home and their own in order to take care of themselves and another man. And that's what makes them desirable. They got to know how to cook. The good thing is that they're taught to cook in school. Amazing culinary classes. Wish I had that shit growing up. The only thing I remember making in school was soup and cookies. But yeah, these guys. But this school, oh, they taught them in high school how to make some serious foods, man. But you pay for that shit, just so we understand each other. So anyway, point is that these skills are developed when they're teenagers so that they could just leave the home and easily slide into their home and also have the mentality in their household as well. It teaches them to nurture. Because I have two girls, they have to learn how to be nurturing parents, pets, plants. So that's a life lesson for you guys this morning. Let me know what you guys think. Of course, subscribe, and I'm gonna try to trek through this freaking heat this morning. Another thing I want to discuss this morning is death. Yeah, it's gonna get dark, but not too dark. Another friend of mine just passed away yesterday. Is a female, beautiful, former Miss Cayman Islands. And, you know, she was slightly younger than me, early 50s. And it makes you realize, once again, we say this every single time one of our friends or family members pass away. Oh man, whoa, life is so precious. You know, we got to be careful. We got to enjoy the short time that we have on this earth. You know, we have all of these sayings that we come up with when someone dies, you know, and it keeps reminding us that life is precious. But after 2-3 weeks, we tend to forget that this death has occurred, and our brain returns into that cavalier, I'm going to take my life for granted attitude. Not going to prepare for shit, and I'm just going to live. I'm just going to go through life. And I want to say two things about death. One, for some reason, we think that we're going to live to 100. Do you know the average person only lives to around 70 to 77 years old? That's it. So, ladies, you don't understand that when you reach 35, it's middle age. Ladies, gentlemen as well. The difference between the men is that the men build their life by 35. The only difference is women lose most of their sexual marketplace value by the time they hit 30. Men, they gain theirs after 30. And if you guys don't understand what sexual marketplace value means, look up my video. I'll try to link it at the end of this video. So side note, just so that you, because I know you guys love to learn more about what's happening in the Middle East and about the culture. So you see this wall, this is a 6 foot, sometimes in certain places, it's a 7 foot wall. And every single home, whether it's a single family home or villa like these, every place in Dubai and in the Middle East I've ever been to have it, okay? Morning. This is not for security reasons. This is more to protect the modesty of a woman, all right? Mostly the woman, she can go outside and she can be in her shorts, etc., and not be out for prying eyes. Unlike the West, where there's no fences, no boundaries, this is what they do over here in the Middle East. But in short, sexual marketplace value is what the opposite sex finds attractive in you. We all put a value on each other. Oh, he's tall, he's hot. Oh, he's handsome. Oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's young. Oh, she's sexy. People rarely look at a 35-year-old woman and compare her to a 25-year-old woman and say, oh, they look the same. Very, very rare. And it's usually due to enhancements and makeup. But you get my point. But I don't want to go off point. The point I'm trying to make is we take time for granted until someone passes away, and we all consider it way too soon, especially when it's below the age of 60, 50, 60. I don't find it surprising. Our food, our environment, killing us off much quicker. At age 57, there's way too many of my healthy friends and my unhealthy friends who've passed already. So death don't really care. He's a nasty son of a bitch. And when he's ready, he's gonna take you out. Whether by bullet, bus, airplane, cancer, fall down in the tub, taking a shit. I say that because I read this stat yesterday about how many people die on the toilet while straining, trying to take a proper poo. Yeah, people hold their breath, strain, causes an aneurysm. And so I was talking to this guy in the gym about it, a friend of mine. He passed out while taking a crap when he was young. And he said he was in his 20s. He said he came to, pants at his ankle, shitty ass, passed out in front of the toilet. And he said he was lucky that there was nothing in front of him that he fell forward to and hit his head to make it worse. But a lot of people actually die like this. And I share this story just to keep this thing humorous. But point is that death don't give a shit about your age. The best you can do is avoid it as best as you can by staying as healthy as possible. I want to segue from death to the people who have lived and who are living into their later years. And there's two types of people that I see. People who are well contented in their late years, not rich, comfortable. And those are the people that are outside taking care of their plants, saying hello, smiling to people. They have a few older friends that come over, visit. These are the older generation that have found peace. And then you have another group of old people who pretty much just miserable every day, man, complaining about money. They never prepared for anything at all. And life is just freaking horrible. You know, all they did was try to rely on that 401k, which is a Ponzi scheme, in my opinion, Social Security. And this is another thing. You guys think that Social Security is designed so that you can actually go and travel and have a good time when you're old and decrepit. When you think that Social Security is there to provide you for a luxury lifestyle, your 401k, hell no. Wake up. That's not going to do it, okay? You need to have enough investments to actually pay you dividends every month so that you can actually live comfortably. And when I mean comfortable, a trip maybe once, twice a year. Most people will get it every other year, but you have to learn to enjoy the simpler things in life. Plants, animals, friends, community. You know, these are the things that I see that makes the older generation happy. All right. Okay, guys, I'm getting sweaty. I'm starting to freaking look like a prune right now, so I'm going to cut this short. I'm starting to look like all right, guys, I'm starting to sweat. Starting to look like a prune right now. It is early in the morning, but it's hot and humid here in Dubai. Love you guys. I really enjoy bringing you guys some knowledge. So drop me a like. Let me know if you enjoy my little coffee walks. Yeah, I'm out in the heat drinking coffee. Make it make sense. All right, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.